Hello everyone, this is a homework for you. So after you watch this lesson, I want you to try it by yourself. Okay, so let's get started. First, make sure you open the scene called cup, okay? And if I come over the outliner and open that, you'll notice here I have the steam geo, okay? So if I isolate that, you see it's a simple surface. So let's create the flute. Let's go to FX and then flutes and 3D container. And let's move it up just below the surface. Okay, and let's increase the base resolution to 40. And now let's select the surface, steam geo, and shift and select the container, and let's go to flutes and let's go to add and then emit from object. Okay, and of course we need to change that to surface, apply. Okay, and let's hit play and see. We forgot to delete the emitter. Okay, so let's delete the first emitter. Okay, so we now have just one emitter under the steam geo. Okay, and now if I hit play, as you see the smoke coming out. Okay, and let's do some changes here. So let's select the container and let's scroll down to auto resize and let's click auto resize, okay, to make everything faster. And another thing I want to do is change the boundary Y to none. Okay, and I don't want the flute to collide with the upper area, or you can change it to Y, negative Y. Okay, so now let's hit play. Okay, the auto resize works as expected. And the first thing you'll notice, the smoke is emitted from all the area of the surface. Okay, so let's go to fluid emitter and let's go to density emission map and let's do something interesting. So I will click here and I will click on ramp. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and change that to circular ramp. Okay, but the problem is you'll notice here the black is at the center, so we need to reverse that because I want to emit the smoke from the center. Let's move it somewhere here. So now if I hit play, you'll notice now the smoke is not emitted from the edge of the surface. Okay, and that's great. And you can do another thing here. You can select this little icon and come over the selected color and add noise too. Okay, so you can do that too. Okay, so let's go to select the flute. And another thing I want to do here, I want to check off the jitter. I don't want any jitter here. And I want to expand the fluid emission turbulence and change that to random and set that about 10. Okay, and I think the speed, I can change the speed to 5. Okay, this will add some turbulence to the emitter. Okay, so now let's go to flute shape 1 and let's go to, I want to go to display and change the boundary draw to none. Okay, I don't want to see the container. And let's go to dynamic simulation and you'll notice the smoke is rising too slow. So I can change the simulation rate to 2, okay, to make everything faster 2 times. You can change the gravity and other effects, but I want to change just the simulation rate. As you see, the smoke rises a little bit faster. And I want to go to contents details and the density. And I want to decrease the density a little bit, about 0.2, okay? And I want to increase the buoyancy to 10. I think 10 is good. Let's see. Yes, it's great. And you can increase the dissipation too. So 0.3, I think, as I remember, is good value. And now the smoke will disappear after a certain time. And you notice we don't have a lot of density in the container. So we can go to fluid emitter and we can increase the rate, okay, here. So for example, I can set that to 200. This is a global multiplier. So now the emitter will emit more smoke, as you see. Okay, and let's go to fluid shape again, and we can add a little bit noise, but I don't want to add that. You can add a tension to make it a little bit turbulent. So let's see. You'll notice it's more turbulent now, but I want to disable that for now. And then I'm gonna go to velocity, and I want to increase the swirl to about 5. Let's see the result. And you notice this swirl will add some nice touch to the smoke. Okay. And let's go to turbulence. And you can add a little bit of turbulence, but I don't think it's important for us for this effect, okay? You can experiment with that and add and change them and see what result you get from that. Okay, I think I will add a little bit of tension, 0.1, just to add a little bit of tension to the smoke. And you can increase the density scale a little bit more. As you see, I am changing the density scale without going back and simulate that. Okay. But if you change the buoyancy or the dissipation, you need to resimulate that. Okay. So you can add a little bit of damp to here to make the smoke slow down in the upper area. So let's try that. 0.05. Let's see. As you see, the smoke is slightly slowing down in the upper area. Okay, you can do that too. And you can go to lighting, but you need to add just a little bit of shadow. Don't go too far because the steam don't have that much shadow on it. Okay. So that's it for this lesson. I want you now to go ahead and try to experiment with these attributes and see what result you get from them, okay? So see you in the next lesson.